Hi YouTube, it's Abigail. I'm going to be doing a plant chores video today and also going to be updating you on my Cissus amazonica that had an outbreak of spider mites. I bought it with the spider mites already on it, but it means I got it for free. I'm going to be telling you guys what I did. It's looking a little rough right now. I'm not even going to lie. Look at it. You see, we're looking a little rough. This one I have staked up on a wooden stake. My other one seems to be doing a little better. I don't have it on the stake. It has a little bit of mature leaves on it already. Hopefully you can see that. So that's what my other one looks like. So far I have not seen any signs of spider mites. What I did was I saran wrapped the base. That way I could run it under water, and I kind of used my fingers and try to rub the back of the leaves as much as I could to get most of the spider mites out. And then I took a paper towel, and with the water that was already on the leaves from the bath water, I just continued to kind of wipe away any spider mites that I could see on there. And I did wipe all the leaves just to be sure. I did lose several leaves in the process, but I fully expected that. And after I did that, I set the plants aside and sprayed them down with a combination of very, very diluted hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, and Dawn dish soap. So I hope that wasn't too harsh because these poor plants have been going through it. I mean, they're dealing with a spider mite infestation, they're trying to adapt to a new environment, they're facing the shock of undergoing treatment for the spider mite infestation, and on top of that, guys, I underwatered it. The tips of the leaves are actually really curling and crispy. So I came back from a 12-hour shift at work and realized, oh wow, these need water. So I tried to do as much damage control as I could there. So I'm going to be repotting these on top of all the stress that these poor plants have been going through. I wanted to put it together, like combine the two plants together, that way I can have them climbing on this wall here. I did take some cuttings from this more mature vine just as a fail-safe. So that's what I will be doing. I'll be making my own soil mixture, and I can make another video about that at some point. And I will also be propagating this fallen leaf that fell off of my watermelon peperomia. This is one of the more mature leaves, and it had been on there for quite a while. And I'm going to be propagating it inside this sphagnum moss prop box that I have going right now. I have an African violet cutting a string of hearts, as well as, I want to say it's a begonia, but I don't know that. I completely forgot the name, so bear with me. I'm going to start with the watermelon peperomia cutting. So I'm going to show you a close-up of what that looks like here. I'm going to show you the watermelon peperomia plant. You can see the stem that it came off of. These are the other leaves. I anticipated that one was going to come off regardless, and I didn't like how wonky and like off to the side it looked, so I was going to propagate it anyway. So I have my shears here. Don't judge them, I got them from Dollar General. And I'm just going to be cutting the watermelon peperomia leaf right kind of in the center. Not in the center of the actual leaf itself, but in the center of the pattern. That's where I'm going to be cutting. So this is the one side that I have. This is what's going to be discarded. And this right here is what I'm actually going to be propagating. So I'm going to get my sphagnum moss prop box. I'll show you guys what's in here just in case you hadn't seen before that. So that's what I have in the prop box right now. I did have a Hoya Carnosa compacta, but I took it out because it didn't seem to like it very much. You can see the condensation on that. It's definitely humid in there, which has been really good for my other cuttings, it seems like. So I'm just gonna kind of make an indentation and try and show you guys as best as I can kind of what I'm doing with the sphagnum moss. I'm literally just moving it over a little bit so that I get a little bit of an indentation. Hopefully you can see that. and that's where I'm actually going to be putting the watermelon peperomia cutting. So I'm literally just going to pop it in there and then push the sphagnum moss against it, kind of compact it a little bit around the leaf, not too tight or anything crazy, just a little bit to provide it some stability, which I really need to be doing for this African violet cutting because it is just kind of floating around in there. Here is the watermelon peperomia cutting. And hopefully this sphagnum moss gives us good results. And I will be sure to update you guys on how it does. All done. This is old soil. I'm not going to reuse it. So hopefully you can see that, but this is a mixture that I've got going. You can see it's definitely a fair amount of perlite in there. So I have a little bit of water here and I'm just going to be pouring it into the soil to pre-moisten it. So my hands are a mess right now, but I'm just going to really quickly show you what this soil looks like when it's at a good consistency as far as moisture. So it's at a good consistency when you can kind of tighten it up and it stays in like a clump. I'm going to now put it into the 3-inch pot, and I'm just going to do a smaller at the bottom just to kind of give somewhere for these roots to grow into. And I'm going to kind of, so that's what I've got going so far. I'm going to take the Cissus amazonica and very gently take it out of its 2-inch pot. And I'm just going to loosen the roots a little bit, twirling it in my fingers to not disturb the roots too much. Kind of let gravity do the work there. Okay. I don't want to mess with it too much, but I'm just going to show you real quickly what it looks like after I've loosened it up a little bit. So that's kind of what we're working with there. And I'm just going to set it down real quickly in this little 3-inch pot. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. So here it is, fully extended. These roots are actually much better, it looks like, than the other one. But I'm just going to show you what that looks like real quick. I don't want to break them up or make this plant go through any more shock than it probably has already undergone. I think I'm good with this, but I'm just kind of squeezing it in there with the other one. And then I'm just going to put in a little bit of this soil up at the top. And I'm just lightly patting it down with my finger. And I will show you guys the finished result in just a second. And this is what I have. 2 little vines here. They're gonna look really cute. They're gonna make a full recovery too, we all know it. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much, take care, and I hope to see you guys again soon.